hello, and welcome to the Diva Talks live show. I am your host, the Diva. I missed you guys. Did you miss me? Well, I am back. And before I introduce my very special guest who's live in the studio with me this evening, I want to talk about the announcement that I said that I would be making. So I am super proud to sit here to tell you that the Diva, that's me, will be the brand ambassador for Glamorous Embellishments, which features paparazzi accessories. Yes, so I am the new brand ambassador for Glamorous Embellishment. And so you know how I am. I love giving away stuff, right? And so Sean Thurman, who is the boss of all of this, the owner of Glamorous Embellishment, we love to give away stuff. So what we are going to do, pay attention. This beautiful piece that I am wearing tonight, it comes with some earrings to match. We're going to be giving away this exact same piece. But the thing is, you have to share this video. You have to share the show. Share, share, share. I don't care how many shares you share it, how many times you share it, but you share it. And what's going to happen is we are going to see who all shares from now until midnight. It's going to be closed after midnight. Names are going to be picked. Names are going to be put in, and we're going to pick tomorrow by 10 o'clock, and you will get this beautiful piece of jewelry with the earrings to match, okay? I'll go in more detail after the show and on my after show talk, but make sure you share this so that your name can be put in order to win. So say hello to the new brand ambassador of Glamorous Embellishments. So now, back to what we are here for. I am super excited to have this fine chocolate, who happens to be my cousin, performer, Mr. Terrence T. Nice Warren, in the studio with me. What's up, cuz?
Hello, cuz. How you doing?
Man, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Glad to be here.
We've been talking about this for a long time, right? When I first started the show back in November, so it's circling around to a year now, where we were talking about getting you on, but the way your schedule was set up, couldn't get here. But baby, let me tell you, the timing is perfect.
Right.
You just got off stage with Bobby Brown. How was that?
Yeah, it was good. We do a lot of shows together, and it was very special for me to do it here.
Right.
In front of the fans and to see them show out, and cheer me on, and it was awesome. It was really awesome to do that at home.
Yes, they cheered you on. It was a packed crowd. You came out, you did your thing. Super proud. I'm like, that's my cuz. You were doing your thing. We're gonna circle back around to how you have met so many stars and how you have performed, but we're gonna start at the beginning.
Okay.
I'm gonna need you to tell your story that some people may not know. I know your story, but I need you to share it with those who don't.
Okay. And there's some things that you don't know.
Ooh. Okay. I love that.
There's some things that
you teach
don't know.
me.
All right. As you know, they call me Terrence T. Nice Warren. My story is this. I grew up in the Willow Park Projects. When I came from the hospital, Myers Hospital, which is ECMC, went to the East Ferry Projects and with my grandmother. And, after that, me and my mom, we moved to the Willow Park Projects. Mm-hmm. So what I said, some things that you don't know is that I was abused as a child. And I don't think you even knew that. And my mother boyfriend, Jimmy, used to abuse me. And he used to abuse her, And when I say abuse, I mean physical abuse. I mean, the punishments, like what they would tell me is I'm on punishment and they'll just say anything, a month. So for a month, I had to be in the room with no TV. You know what I'm saying? The only thing they left in the room was a radio. And a lot of people don't know my story, but immediate family does know my story, a little bit of it. And so I'm stuck in the room with a radio while all the other kids outside playing. What am I supposed to do in here with a radio? So this how I got into the music. I started hearing songs on the radio. I had nothing to do but write because I can go to school. When I go to school, I had to do English, math, social studies. I have to have my grades up. And then after I do all of that, I had to come home and back into the bedroom, with the radio and nothing in there. So I wound up picking up a pen and paper and just start writing. I started writing rhymes. And I used to listen to the radio and I just wish I could go outside. I couldn't even look out the window. They would not allow me to look out the window and watch the other kids play. And that's a little bit of my story. So what happened was while kids playing and if they doing music or whatever, I'm forced to do music because I had nothing else to do. as a kid. And so as this kid dancing, I had a Michael Jackson cassette tape. I would listen to Michael Jackson music. I would try to dance like Michael Jackson, and that's really about it, and do this rhyme stuff. So after about, this is when I was like about 6, 7 years old. So when people say they've been doing this since 6 and 7, I don't believe that. I believe that people make that stuff up. I really do believe they make that up as the age that they did this. I was forced to do this. Kids had choices on playing and doing this and doing that and doing this. But in that room, I was doing that because I had nothing else to do. So after about a month and a half of being in the house, going to the Willow Park projects, going to the park, they had DJ equipment outside. And I had no choice but to remember the rhymes that I made when I was on punishment. It came like second nature to me. So when I seen a microphone as a little kid, I knew some words that I wrote down that rhyme.
Right.
They allowed me to get the microphone and do a rhyme.
Okay.
So when I did the rhyme, I was confident with the rhyme because I've been in a house for so long that I had no choice but to learn these rhymes. I noticed like secondhand, second nature. And the people loved what I did. So I started going back to the house, wanting to write more rhymes just to be accepted and keep doing that. But again, like I said, anytime I did something wrong or they thought I did something wrong, first thing out their mouth, you on punishment. So I was made to do that.
Wow.
So I have this right here.
Okay, that's a picture of you as a kid.
When I was a kid. I keep this everywhere I go to remind me of where I came from and what I've been through. And people don't know that story. So when I was doing the music, to be honest with you, I gained confidence in what I was doing.
Okay.
Because a lot of people wasn't made to do what I was doing. They was doing it because they liked it. They did it anytime, but I was doing this every day, every hour on the hour. So anytime I was able to go outside and battle somebody, it really was no competition because I had to do this all the time. This is what I was doing all the time because I pretty much was forced to do this. I had nothing else to do. So when talent shows came, it was nothing for me to eat somebody up with the music because this is what I do.
Right. That's what you lived. That's what you lived.
That was my life. And it wasn't by a choice. It wasn't a choice. It was you either do this or sit in the house all day and do nothing in the room and no TV and the radio. What you going to do? So that's how I became good. And I started winning those talent shows.
Yeah, I remember that.
One of my friends by the name of Jermaine, they in rest in peace, is one of my best friends. He named me T Nice because I was real good in those talent shows, whether I was doing the Michael Jackson dancing, whether I was doing the raps and stuff. He named me T Nice because I would win those contests. I would win those talent shows, and he was like my biggest fan. And that's how I got the name T Nice.
Okay.
So to be honest with you, when I was able to come outside and watch TV and get into shows and do things, I always wanted to battle the people that was already on TV that I was seeing, like a Jay-Z. I wouldn't want to rap with a Jay-Z. I would want to battle a Jay-Z. I would want to battle a DMX. I always thought that I was better than everybody else because, as far as with the music, because this is what I was bred to do.
Right.
So anytime I seen a microphone, that was like my safe haven.
Gotcha.
That was my safe haven. And it just carried on. And it got real bad for me with this music stuff. It's almost like, you know how a person do drugs, like they might smoke crack and they keep chasing that first high? That's how it was for me. It just kept chasing that dream, that microphone. My cousins, anybody know, a lot of times when our family would go outside and play, I would stay in the house. I would watch the Bobby Browns. I would watch the Michael Jacksons. And I'm saying not just watch, I'll be in the house for hours doing this, Tanya, Diva.
It's okay. It's okay.
I would be in the house for hours doing this because I was so programmed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like when a person go to jail and they locked up, you know what I'm saying?
They get out.
Yeah.
It's a different world.
Yeah, but they so what is it called? Desensitized to jail. I was so desensitized to this music that I didn't go outside a lot and just play. It always had to be music for me, even to this day till I'm grown. So you can ask any one of my cousins, anybody that know me, they go say he always into the music, but they never knew why.
Right.
And this is why.
So it's like a blessing and a curse, so to speak.
It's a blessing and a curse, but I never had a chance to do what I wanted to do. You know, I did this because this was the only thing that I knew to do because my choices was taken away by me being on punishment all the time.
So now someone watching may say, what were you doing to be on punishment? Or are you saying that you were on punishment because they were angry, and we don't want to, rest in peace, your mom, and then we don't want to, call out anybody else. But the thing is this something that they were doing because they were upset?
I could go to school and clown off.
Mm-hmm.
I get a phone call at home.
Mm-hmm.
Principal call your house. I come home. And I didn't just get punishment. Whoopings came with it. I was whooped with sticks. I was big 4x4 sticks. I was whooped naked. And a punishment went with it. Some people, my friends, never had punishments, which some of them did because of it. Some of them had a choice, either punishment or whooping. I never had a choice. They both came together.
It was both.
So because of whatever I did in school, which not even get suspended, but whatever I did in school, whether it's defend myself or a teacher called the house or whatever situation may be, came with a punishment. You say a month, 30 days?
That's a long time. That's a long time. How long did this last? When did you get out of it?
This lasted all the way till I was like, I want to say 14, 15.
Okay.
And to compound this, my aunt, I'm not going to say which aunt, she wound up taking me to a Michael Jackson concert. So you look at that as a good thing, and people say, oh, a Michael Jackson concert, which I thought it was. I didn't know. I was around, I don't know, maybe 8 years old. It was a gift and a curse, because when she took me to the auditorium to see Michael Jackson, I was a kid. And when I'm a kid and there's a whole bunch of adults, 1,000 people are like 1,000,000 people to me. So I was nervous. Okay. So I'm around all these people, weed smokes, and for the adults that's watching the show, no, when you go to a concert back in the day, they turn off the lights, people smoking weed. They got the flashlights with the different colors. They having a good time. Everybody screaming, hollering. And I said a Michael Jackson concert. That was my first concert. It was a gift and a curse. And I'm going to tell you how it was a gift and a curse. To me, it was a curse because as a little kid, I didn't know what was going on. Seeing my aunt hollering, like when the lights cut off, everybody hollering, everybody screaming.
I see where you're
And now I'm a kid in the auditorium of what, I don't know what it holds, 20, 30,000 seats. Every adult screaming and hollering, I'm scared. I'm nervous as a kid. So I started having, I guess, anxiety. I don't know what's going on. So then, more lights start coming on stage, different colors. This is a Michael Jackson concert. I'm scared, looking for my aunt because it's dark. You know what I'm saying? Then the stage starts smoking up.
Wow. Okay.
They hollering even more now. People standing up. And as a kid, I'm like, what is happening?
What's going on?
You know what I'm saying? Compounded on this. Well, my mother used to get beat by her boyfriend or whatever, hearing the noises and all of that. Now I'm at an arena and I'm hearing all of this hollering and screaming.
Wow.
Okay. So as a kid, I'm nervous. I don't know what's going on. Now, I don't know if you ever been to a Michael Jackson concert.
I have.
And when they hit the stage, they smoke up the stage, they turn lights off, they do all this dramatic stuff. Then all of a sudden, the Jackson 5 come out. All you hear is dun, 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 dun. Now everybody really going crazy. And I'm as a kid like, oh, what's about to happen? Heart beating. I'm scared. I don't know what's about to go on. And then next thing you know, the Jackson 5 come out. And when they come out, people are losing their mind. As a kid, I never experienced this before. So I'm like, oh, I'm scared. It's like I'm in a sea full of people. I'm lost. I feel like I'm lost. My aunt doing her own thing, screaming. I'm nervous as heck. So now they keep going. Then all of a sudden the guy starts singing, when you look around, they lose their mind, go crazy. They hollering, they screaming. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Then all of a sudden, all the children in the world might come out. That goes to a whole nother level. Everybody, people passing out. I'm scared. This is like really traumatic to a young man. And then the worst thing that happened to me is I'm seeing this dude. I'm watching him. I'm scared. I don't know what's going on. Michael Jackson points. And as an entertainer, I probably pointed to people. I don't know them. I just point, hey, what up? Yeah. And Michael Jackson point. And he pointed at me. That's the first time I felt like I was special. It felt like he pointed at me, but it felt like everybody knew he pointed at me. And from that point on, anytime that I perform, it had to go to that level. And it messed my mind up because any concert I go to, I expect that. It's like trying to smoke crack. You get that first hit, you always looking for that high. So I always expect that. So any concert I've been to, I've never been to a concert and not expect Michael Jackson to walk out from the back.
Wow.
Never.
Wow.
And so from that point on, I've been chasing this crack rock. You know what I'm saying? And And that's what it was. That's
Well,
what
you absolutely right. I didn't know. I did not know that, and I thank God that you made it out. You know, I didn't know that, and I'm sorry that happened to you.
I wanted to go a little further.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now as growing up as a young man, you asked me how long this happened. It's been going on all the way since I was about 14.
Okay.
Okay. When you're 14, when you're in school, you pick what school you want to go to because you want to be an engineer, you want to be a plumber. I didn't know what to do. So what I did was I didn't apply for a particular school because of what I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
I applied to schools to get away from the abuse. So I applied for schools that was close to my grandmother's house on East Ferry. So I applied for Seneca, didn't know what Seneca was about. And I applied for Emerson, didn't know what Emerson was about.
Mm-hmm.
Seneca didn't accept me. Emerson accepted me for culinary arts. I didn't even know what culinary arts was. I was just glad that they accepted me.
Gotcha.
So that got me out of the abuse.
Okay.
That got me out of the abuse. Cousin to cousin, that's why I stayed with Aunt Peony at times.
Which is my grandmother who's the
I stayed with Mary.
Mm-hmm.
I stayed with my Aunt April, Corinne. I've been all over because of that. With my Uncle Jack. And then it's another curse because a lot of times they wouldn't allow me to go certain places and I wanted to go, but they were scared something might happen to my mother. Because there's times I came home from school, my mother wasn't there, but my aunt might be there, or somebody in our family might be answering the door, but they never tell me what's going on with my mom.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And what happened.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been through. So when I wear this, my mom passed away, your mom passed away,
Mm-hmm.
my brother was murdered, my grandfather passed away, my grandfather passed away. I wear this. The reason why I wear this because it reminds me of all of them. Usually when people pass away, they put this on their neck of the person that passed away. But this right here is a reflection of everybody in my life. First, my mother, my brother, you know what I'm saying? All my aunts, my uncles. This is a reflection of everybody that helped me. And this reminds me of that abuse. So if you look back at the tape, anytime I'm with Bobby Brown, anytime I'm performing, this is what I wear.
Yeah, you do.
This is what I always wear. I even wear to the interview. I always wear this. And it keeps me very humble because look at me now.
Mm-hmm.
And I look right back at this and I just look at, and I represent this kid right here. And this is the only person that's been with me through the whole walk of life.
Mm.
So when I look at that, I say, wow, look where we at right now. And look where we came from.
Yes. And round of applause to you. I'm so proud of you. I've always been proud of you. You have done a lot, even before the singing. And what I love is you do it unapologetically.
Yeah.
You go out, and that's starting with the Jenny Jones show, which I know everybody know, the purple suit. You came out on stage.
Right.
What made you do Jenny Jones?
Well, what made me really go out on the limb before even Jenny Jones, it was wanting to be loved by a family, to be honest with you.
Mm.
It was wanting to be loved and be accepted. I wanted to be accepted. And I was taught personality gets you everywhere, but you also got to bring your talent and your skill with you.
Mm-hmm.
And so by personality, I wind up getting on tour with Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm.
I met Jay-Z and I met one of the drivers here from Buffalo was driving locally. And he let me drive locally. And being that my personality was good and I always wanted to be a part of that, he asked me, did I want to stay on the tour? And I said, yes. And he allowed me to stay on the tour as working in the production office and just driving from the venue to the hotel. And that's what got me started. So my personality and how I was meeting people, doing all of that was good. Now, if we rewind back a little bit, when I told you I was real wicked with the pen because I was writing because I had to. I was writing some gangster stuff so if a person tried to battle me with this rap,
mm-hmm.
he wouldn't have a choice. He wouldn't have a chance.
Right.
I know that for a fact.
Right.
I've done it. That's how I got the Everything Grant Street commercial.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I won the rap contest because of that, real easy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so, so once I got on that tour or whatever, then I felt like I had a family. I was accepted. I felt like I was a part of something.
Okay. So you did the Jenny Jones show,
right.
and everybody remembered you from that, right. And that will go down in history.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know?
I did the Jenny Jones show because when I was on tour with Jay-Z, I wanted to fit in with Jay-Z, Ja Rule, Memphis Bleak, and all of them.
Mm-hmm.
But at the time, I had changed my writing. I was doing stuff with live bands. I've been dealing with live bands since about 15 years old.
Okay.
I got all the bands. You asked Nikki Hicks, Lori, Chauncey, Squeak, and anybody else out there I didn't name. I'm the reason why a lot of y'all know each other. I am the reason why a lot of y'all know each other, and everybody knows that. So I changed my identity to not doing hardcore stuff, but to do stuff for grown people. So that means your dress code changed. Mm-hmm. You got dressed right. They don't want to hear no cursing, mm-hmm. You know. So now it's that wave your hands in the air, making them have a good time. And they can understand what I'm saying because my articulation was so good because of going to school, having to get those good grades. You see, I talk proper. When I rap proper. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, it's looked at as, and he proper, he talk proper. But this is how I was taught in school because if I didn't, I'd be on the 2-month punishment. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of paved the way for me, made me who I am. But to your point with the Jenny Jones, I was on tour with Jay-Z. I just sent pictures to Jenny Jones. And they were saying how you used to look back in the day compared to how you look now. Please send some pictures. I just sent some pictures. It wasn't no internet. I just sent pictures. And they called me back. And when they called me back, they said they wanted to use me. I was like, yes. So when they used me, I didn't know what to expect. I took my purple suit. You know what I'm saying?
The purple suit.
They asked me, what do you think is your best asset? I said, my smile. That's what I thought it was. I had little abs, So when I did the show, came in, I did it. And just like the Bobby Brown show, the crowd was the girls, woo! I said, oh shit, I'm on to something. I didn't mean to cut it. I'm on to something. So I started playing the crowd. I started walking, the girls were going crazy. I'm looking at Jenny looking at me. I'm like, I'm playing it, And I was talking good. They let me do a little rap on the show, and that was that. I came back home. I was working at H&R Block. I get a call a month later saying, hi, this is the Jenny Jones Show again. How you doing, Terrence? I'm doing fine. Oh, well, you know what? You're one of the hottest guests here. People calling the show want to meet you. Would you come on the show to date? And they asked me, what race won't you date? So I'm smart enough to say, oh, I'll date anything as long as it's a female. Even though I was married at the time. Even though I was married at the time. Because I wanted to get out there. That's the reason. I was hungry, wanted to get out there. So they said, okay, cool. So they booked my flight to go back. And that's when I met Rick James.
Okay.
That's when I met Rick James. Me and Rick James became close. So anyway, so I go out there, and all along while I'm thinking I missed a big shot, I'm like, well, my wife find this out. I was thinking about what's gonna happen when I get back.
Yes.
And when I did that taping, the crowd loved me even then. I was thinking in my head, like, oh shoot, And then I said something smart on the show. I said, I want you, Jenny.
Ooh.
And then she Jenny like, oh, Mr. Smart Guy. Okay. She didn't say that, but the look was like, oh, okay. And she said, oh, what did you do last night, Terrence? And I said, oh, Jenny ain't playing no games. You know what I'm saying? And so after that, man, then my tape started showing back to back. You know what I'm saying? The purple suit showed the white. And it kept going. Now my popularity was going. I was going out of time. Everybody knew who I was. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm with Jay-Z. And that's how all that stuff came. Then I got on 106 in Park. Then I got on the Queen Latifah show. You know what I'm saying? Then I got on the Monique show all the time. I just kept going. I kept going. El DeBar kept going. My catalog is so long, the things I've done. And I look back at it and say, wow. I look back right now and say, wow.
Well, we can't do the show without talking about the Bobby Brown movie and you being the security in the Bobby Brown movie, getting your chance to talk and speak in the movie. How did that happen?
Well, to be honest with you, I didn't even know they were shooting the Bobby Brown movie.
Really?
I didn't know they were shooting it. I knew they were going to shoot it, but I didn't know that they were shooting it because when they were shooting, I was in Buffalo.
Okay.
Female called me and said, hey, T, Bobby Brown here shooting the movie. I'm like, what? She was like, yeah. I said, oh, okay, I'll find out where it's at. So I called, Tommy, his brother. Tommy said, yeah, man, get your butt down here. I was like, all right, cool. I'll be there in a minute. You know what I'm saying? So I flew back to Atlanta. When I got to Atlanta, I found out where it was at. When B see me, be like, Tina, we all good and all that. So once they knew that my connection once the producers knew how close me and Bobby was, and knew how close I was with the family, I had privilege. I had special favors. So, I was like, yo, I just want to get some camera time. I'll be honest with you. So they said, okay, cool then. We can put you here. And they put me as a security. But before they did that, they went to go ask Alicia, which is Bobby Brown's wife. She said, yeah, that's our family. I said, okay, cool. And they gave me the role.
We have so much to talk about, and you're going to do something special for me. But we have to finish this though. During the COVID, you started doing you made a song and you sung it at our family reunion, and it was "I Love Myself."
Correct.
I love myself, and you talked a little bit about. I'm sure this is why you love yourself. You were looking for that love elsewhere, so on and so forth. Talk a little bit about "I Love Myself" and why you made that song.
The reason why I made "I Love Myself" because I want to do something different from talking about love when it comes down to females to talking about what I would do on the street because I want to do nothing to nobody in the streets. Let's get that straight. And I wasn't really big on that type of music anyway. But I wanted to do something where you didn't have to have no money to enjoy. You didn't have to have the best house, the best car. I wanted to do something that everyone can enjoy, whether you were 1 years old or you were 99 years old.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I went over to my man Thugs in the House from Buffalo. What's up, Thugs? And I listened to some beats, and I wanted to hear a beat that was different from any other beat.
Right.
And I took that beat and I said, "Thank you, Thugs." I ran home and I went upstairs, shut my door like I always do, and I just started listening to the beat. And I was feeling happy when I was writing it. And every word that came to me was happy words. And then I started writing, I came up with the hook. I love myself. Look at me smile. I love myself. Ain't been happy in a while. I love myself. Don't know what to do. I love myself. Hey, and you should too.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Which is, it resonates with me because I always say, find your happy space and stay there. So I love the song. During COVID, you started performing. Everybody did the internet, and it just worked out. Right. And you did live concert, and your following is great, and it continued to be great. Thank you for that. What made you start doing that during COVID? I
started doing that to be honest with you, because I knew I wasn't going to go to no clubs. And to be honest with you, the reason why I was doing that, because it was replacing me going to the clubs. Mm-hmm. I have asthma, so when COVID first hit, I wasn't doing none of that.
Right.
So I was like, man, I'm in this house. What can I do? So I know I like to do my music back. Everything goes back to that punishment, though, that abuse I took. So I said, okay, cool. I put up a black sheet in the background. I went and bought me some lights. I had the lights going. I knew a very good DJ. I told him what songs I wanted after each other, and he did that for me. And I was paying the money to do that. And I knew my stuff. And I get my microphone stand and my microphone, and I made do with what I had. So with COVID, with the doing that, you know what I'm saying? People wanted some more entertainment. I wanted to do it for the people. And also, it gave me an exercise. If you ever watch the tape, towards the end, I'll be sweating. And that's on purpose. The last song, I Love Myself, I'm jumping up and down. So I'm getting that workout. Because remember, we wasn't going to the gyms.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why when I started telling you, I said, people don't understand what we go through doing this virtual stuff.
It's
changing clothes. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
and going back to concert tours. It was like I was on tour without leaving the house. I don't know about you, but I was showering, changing clothes, can't find this.
Putting on hair, putting on makeup, eyelashes.
They're waiting for me. I'm late. They're waiting. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I really had a good time, and it really touched so many different people. People hit me up in my DMs. Terrence, I don't always hit you up, but I want to say thank you because I have lupus. You make my day, all of that. So I continue to do it like 3 times a day.
Yeah.
I do it 3 times a day.
I know. I will watch you.
I would do it.
Thank you. I just want to thank you for that. Thank you, guys. So before you start to perform, tell us where are you performing next?
My next show I thought my next show would be in Cincinnati with Bobby Brown, but my next show is Saturday with El DeBarge. I'll be on the song called To the Beat of the Rhythm of the Night. Okay. And I'm performing with him there Saturday, the 25th in Mableton, Georgia, Saturday.
Okay. All right. Well, I told you this time goes by so fast. I'm gonna definitely have to have you back on. I know you are living in Atlanta now, so we'll have to do a virtual. But thank you so much.
No problem.
He is going to get prepared to perform, and while he's doing that, I want to as always, thank my studio audience for watching every week. You didn't have to, but I'm super glad that you did. You can actually take the mic and start getting ready. Once again, share for your chance to win this beautiful piece that I am wearing from Glamorous Embellishments, which is where I am the brand ambassador. Thank you so much, Sean Thurman. We have so much. We're going to be giving away a piece of jewelry every Tuesday. You'll be contacted on Wednesday if you won. And just make sure you share. You have to share. It's very easy. You have to share. I'm super excited to be back in the studio and to be back here with my cousin T-Nice doing his thing. I appreciate you so much.
Yeah, I appreciate you too.
I really do.
Definitely.
So proud of you. So
thank you.
Keep doing what you're doing.
For sure. The sky is the limit.
Absolutely. So without further ado, I would like to introduce to you. But before I introduce, I have to say this. Find your happy space. And when you do, you make sure you stay there. There's no place like it. Find your happy space.
This song right here is called You're a Star. Bigging up all the women out there. I think all the ladies are stars in a special way. I wrote this song and I called Little G, Gary Jenkins from the group Silk. And I took it to the studio, had him come down, learn the song, and this is me and him on the song. I wrote the song, don't forget that. But
Diva Talks
it's called You're a Star.
Nice.
It's dedicated to the ladies out there. My album will be out in February.
Yeah.
Big time. But this right here, dedicated to you, Cousin Tanya. You're doing such a good job. Glad to be the first performer on your show to do a song. So check it out, ladies. Here we go. I've been watching how you smile at me. Don't know you, we just met. It was meant to be. If I knew what was going on in your head, chances are it would take us straight to the bed. Candles, romantic music, that's the recipe. Hot and sweet, baby, you're my cup of tea. Game type, mood right, grown man shit. Real hair, real body, only lipstick. Mood set, nice and wet, sorta like a beach. Cinnamon, but juicy like a Georgia peach. I didn't mean to take it this far, but since I'm here, I'ma carry on. Now I see I got your full attention. Like a soldier, you got me on a mission. Fine restaurants, wine tasting at the bar. Look into my eyes, baby girl, you a star. Hey. Baby, you're a star. That's right. It's dedicated to all the ladies out there. I know just who you are. Yeah. Been so good to me. I said, this was meant to be, but check this out. Check it. When I'm alone in my room, sometimes I stare at the wall, reminiscing of us kissing. Girl, I swear to God, the passion is deep. You bring the freak out of me. The way you make my toes curl and how you wet up them sheets. It ain't even all about the sex. You're business minded and how you handle your shit. Finesse. Love your whole mindset. Past relations, them ships couldn't sail like this. So for me, this is a change of pace. It feels good. Finally, I'm in the right place. Your spirit is right. You know what they say, happy wife, happy life. One time for the down chick. 2 times for successful chicks. Appreciation goes a long way, so toast it up. The queen is now here to stay. Hey, baby, you're a star. I know y'all bop it out there too, and it's okay. I love just who you. Been so good to me. This dedicated to all the ladies out there. It's your boy T Nice. This is what I'm doing. It's T Nice and Lil G out there. You can play this at your wedding, your receptions. Yeah. You've been so good. Hey, Tanya, next time I come on here, I'm bringing Lil G with me.
Come on. You're welcome back, baby.
We're going to do this for the ladies. We're going to have the candles lit. Going to make you feel real good. We're going to dim the lights a little bit. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Check it out, y'all. See, I really want to get real nasty with these ladies out here because I do that. You know what I'm saying? Like on the James Jones show. But that's what I want to do. I want to play with your body, baby. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. It's your boy T Nice. I'm just messing with y'all. You're a star. T Nice, Lil G, my cousin Tanya. I love you. Thank you for allowing me to perform on the show. And I just want to say you're doing a great job.
Thank you so much. And to everyone who watched tonight, y'all heard him call me Tanya, right? It's Diva. Okay. Thank you so much. God bless. Find your happy space. Stay here. We'll see you next week.